checked on the business stages. We talked about there are 4 business stages in every business that we are going to be looking at, in every business that we are going to be doing. Now, these 4 stages that we are all going to be doing, all these 4 stages that we are going to have in our businesses, the first stage, we call it as 0 to 1 million. Second stage is 1 million to 10. Third one is 10 million to 100. The fourth one is 100 million and beyond. And we call the first stage as the starting level or the starting evolution, because we have a problem in every stage that also has a challenge, and then we also need to focus on something that is different from one stage to another stage that we are in. Now, on this first level, the start level, what we have over here as a problem is when we lack direction. Most people, they usually lack direction. The challenge we have on this level also is we need to create value and we need to understand skills. Then what we need to focus on here is to identify the market and also the customers that we are supposed to have. The second level of 1 million to 10 million, we call it the selling level, where the problem is usually lack of growth mechanism. The challenge we need to have is marketing and sales automation, and that's why we need to focus on building a marketing and sales funnel. Then those who are 10 million to 100 million in revenue the whole year, this is where we start to systemize our business. So the problem usually comes on what? Lack of systems and processes. The challenge is because we don't have proper procedures, we don't have proper processes and common language, and the focus should be you building your business operating system. Then 100 million and beyond, we call it the scaling level, where you now need or you lack team and leadership. The challenge should be the culture, the team expansion and skills. And also the focus over here is all on professional development. So yesterday, guys, I told you those who will be interested in this sheet, if you want it, you can just send me the word, the business stages on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 0790488340. It's just above here. You can just send me the word business stages, and then I will forward this to you on WhatsApp. So today we want to continue. Today we want to check on day 2, which is all on the founder's journey. Now, on the founder's journey, the first thing which is so important is we need to first know and understand the 5 phases of business growth. How business grows, usually there are 5 phases. So we know the stages that we are in already, but why can't we grow our business to the next level? Most of the time, the reason we cannot grow our business to the next level, even though we know which stage we are in, it's because in every stage, there is a different phase. So we need to also know and understand which phase are we in right now and what are we supposed to do so that we can take our business to the next level. So what we have over here, guys, is something we call it as the entrepreneurial life cycle. And this entrepreneurial life cycle, usually, it goes with time. As much as time goes, also the revenue sometimes goes up. Most of the time, what we have is when we start our business, somebody will be like, hey, I have this great idea. I want to start this thing. I want to do this thing. And this is so fantastic. You having great ideas, because every business started with an idea. When this idea, we start to implement it, you are like, hey, hang on. I think we might be on something great here. This thing, I feel that people are going to like it. This thing, I feel like people are going to buy. This thing, I feel like it's going to change my life if I will continue. So what do? We say, yes, it is working. And what I was thinking about this, it's true that it's going to change our business. But as time goes by, we continue now and thinking like, now it is the time for us to scale. We are all going to make money. I will change my family. We are going to become rich. I will buy the house I want. I will go to the holidays that I want. But that time when it just comes, something which wasn't there before, we start noticing and seeing. And we become telling ourselves and thinking like, hey, what's happening right now? Where is all this growth that we used to have? Where has it gone? It's not here anymore. And the more you try to do what you were doing before, you realize that nothing is working out, and you start thinking and believing that you are going to fail in this business. Nothing is working the way you want, and you think that it's all going to be. If your business will go up, then we look at our business and we feel that our business is going to go down. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is to break to you each and every of these phases that we usually have, and I want you to take notice. I want you to look at it properly to understand your journey in your business. Because when we diagnose our businesses this way, that's when we can understand this life cycle and know where are we supposed to truly take action. So let's start with the first place or the first phase on the entrepreneurial life cycle. This first phase, we call it as traction. Traction is the time when you think that I might have something that is so good. Most companies, the reality is they never get out of this traction gate, because traction gate is the gate of you having ideas. You might have so many great ideas, but if you don't put action on these ideas, you might not get the results. So what happens usually in this phase? This phase of traction is what we say companies are going to fail in this phase because they either fail to find an audience that they want, or another reason is because they fail to achieve what we call as product to market fit. The type of product or the service that they have does not fit the market that they want to sell it to. And because of that, so many companies fail in just this starting point. But the worst of all, it happens when the founder of this company is not paying any attention. When the founder of the company is not paying attention to this company's growth, that's when this company is going to fail. And we don't want your company to fail. We want you to have a company that is going to grow. We want you to have a company that you're putting on action because you know it is your future. So when you do that, you are now coming to the second phase, which we call it as the momentum phase. In the momentum phase, this is the time when we say, yes, this thing is working out. This is the thing that I always wanted, and it's now giving me the results that I'm thinking of. The stage that we all believe that the business, all this time that I wanted to do, those friends of mine, my brother or my sister, my uncle or my colleague, who used to tell me that this thing is not going to work out, but right now is working out, is what we call as the belief stage. Because of what? Because we start seeing the sales are coming through. And the sales are coming to us as fast as we can actually fulfill them. And the business right now, guys, is a little bit messy. We haven't arranged things the way we want, but what? Our customers are so happy. Our morale is so high. Our team's morale is also so high if we have one, and the money is coming. Every serial entrepreneur, this is their most fun stage of all, which is why so many entrepreneurs choose to linger so much in this stage of momentum. But your business to grow needs to go beyond momentum. And the growth level that we need to look at, the third one is what we call as expansion. Now, expansion, it is the time to scale. It is the time where we thought previously that we are going to become wealthy, we are going to make all the money that we want, And for us to expand, as the excitement of the momentum phase starts to wear off, because we were so happy, we saw so many sales that are coming through, we started to believe a lot, we now reach the stage which we call as the truth stage. So what happened in this truth stage? There is a very uncomfortable truth, and that is you can no longer scale your revenue without you also scaling your expenses. You can no longer grow your revenue unless also you grow expenses. So for example, you think like, hey, I cannot work just by myself. I'm also in need to hire other key people in my team, or we need a better office. This office is so small. We need better chairs. We now need another computer. We now need another software. We now need these systems. The revenue is going to spike, but also the profit is not spiking with this revenue. You are like going ahead, but there is something that is pulling you behind. There is like a weight that is bringing you behind. What happens over here is things don't work like before. The projects that you used to do, that used to take just a few days, maybe 1 day to 2 days, right now it's actually taking you a week or even more. And you realize that the revenue is not going up anymore, but what is happening? The revenue is starting to flatten. We used to go up, but now the revenue is starting to flatten, and something very important happens there. We know there is a problem, and this problem that is there, we know something is not working, but we don't know what to do. A problem is there, something is not working, but we don't know what to do. This is a very dangerous time, my friend. Your business has gone through something that we call as the flat line. Whenever this happens, this stage is known as flat line. So many businesses are usually in this flat line zone, and when they don't know and they don't understand, they will stuck in this zone for months or even years sometimes. And when you are stuck there for months or years, that's when failure becomes so easy. This stage is when we start to think and believe that I am not ready for this business. I came to this business very fast. This is the point where each and every entrepreneur who has gone through the traction phase, the momentum phase, and the expansion phase, they feel that I was never meant to become an entrepreneur. Why? Because all businesses ultimately, they are going to reach this place. But then when you don't know what to do in this place, you feel like almost giving up. You want to give up on your business. So on the flat line, you aren't making money the way you used to make. There is no fun than the way it used to be. And worst of all, you don't know how to fix what you have. You feel you are stuck. You feel you are burnout. Most of you, if you have ever reached this stage, you will now start to think certain things. Maybe in the morning in that office of yours, shop of yours, or even at night trying to sleep. You think like, I like it better when the business was a little bit small and simple. Maybe we just need to take a few steps back. Maybe we don't need to open another place. Maybe we don't need all these people who are here. And because of that, you even think more by saying, why did I even employ all these people? Why am I paying them? They were supposed to make my job easier, but right now my job is even harder because everything that they're supposed to do, it still comes back to me. I'm the one who's supposed to do it. And the worst thing that you can think as an entrepreneur in this stage is when you think and say, it is time for me to shut down. It's time for me to quit and see if I will get my old job back, or if I might go to my friend or whoever is going to employ me and help me if I have any connections that I'm going to do something else. So many of us, we usually reach this stage in our business and we don't know what to do. But guys, I'm here. I'm going to show you how to go through these phases. But first, I want us to discuss some options. We have options. If we are going to look at these options and we know what we need, that's when we will know how to go ahead with this. So if you ever thought these thoughts or ever felt these feelings, don't fret, you are in good company today. So the options we have here actually are 3 options. Now your business is there. We need to make a very quick choice with these 3 options. So the first choice is either to deny, the second choice is to retreat, and the third choice is to break through. Now let's review each of these 3 choices that we have. So with the first choice, we actually call it the death spiral. This death spiral happens when you deny. Whenever you are in a denial, death spiral starts. Just keep doing what you've been doing in the hopes that things will change. So many people do this. Denial is still a choice. You saying that, hey, there is nothing bad in me. It is just a phase in this business. Everything will go on well. You are denying the truth and the reality, and that is also a choice. And by you choosing to do nothing, you are choosing denial. And when you do that, if you are lucky enough and you have enough money, the death spiral will be slow to you. No one will notice it very fast, but eventually you are going to die, but you just die with a legacy brand. People will respect you. People will admire you. People will think and see and feel that this guy here has left a legacy. Why? Because he didn't die very fast. So many big companies, they usually deny whenever they're in this phase, and that's why they go under. A lot of people don't understand this, but let's look at our big supermarkets around, which were there just 2 years ago that are not there. Companies like Uchumi, companies like Kaskis, where did they go? It's all because of the flat line. So flat line or denial, it's going to lead to the death of the business. Now, after this one, the second one that we have is retreat. Now, we are retreating by going back to a smaller place, which was the momentum stage. Like I said, many entrepreneurs choose this, sometimes even without them realizing, because they don't know how to go ahead. They go backwards without even realizing this most of the time. So this shrinks your business back to a smaller size of the momentum phase. And when you do this, what you're actually doing is you're sabotaging your own business. You are making your business not looking good over here. You might survive, but the reality is there will be a collateral damage both on your culture in your business and also the brand that you have been building all this time. Yes, you choosing that, you will go back to when the things were actually simple, things that were fun, things that were profitable, but there is no growth in your business. And lastly, we have breakout. Now with this option, you have to push through the flat line and finally achieve the breakout growth that will take your business to the next level which you want. But there is something very important, guys, here we need to know. Of all these 3 options that we have, breakout is the most difficult and even the painful of all of them. All these 3, breakout is the most difficult, that's the reality and the truth, and it's also the most painful. Reason being why, once you choose breakout, there is no turning back. You will either achieve the breakout or you will fail painfully and spectacularly. Why are we saying this? It's because breakout is the worst because you as a person, you're actually supposed to change. without a doubt, the most difficult part of you scaling any process in your business, you will need to change. Remember yesterday I told you guys this thing. Yesterday I said, for your company to grow, you need to grow. For your company to transform, you need to transform. For your company to change, you need to change. So with the breakout, it's because you as the founder of this company, you need to change. There are certain things about you. They can be your thinking needs to change. It can be your behavior needs to change. It can be your time management needs to change. It can be the skills that you have needs to change. So almost everything that made you great at your company's level until now, it becomes a liability to take you to the next level. It cannot take you where you want to go. There is a very great book I read a few years ago by Marshall Goldsmith, known as What Got You Here Won't Take You There. And that is very true. Because every single thing that took you from primary school to high school, all that knowledge, you cannot implement it in college and university. You need to change. You need a new mindset. You need a new skill set for you to know what you're supposed to do there. So guys, are you ready to change? Are you ready to change so that you can grow your business to the next level? Okay, so let's see what we need to do so that we can change. Who is supposed to change and what we need to change over here. If you are ready to change, let's start. So the second level of today on who is ready to change, guys, we have what we call as the heroes quadrant. Every great business in this world is made up of 4 heroes. There are 4 guys at the top of this business that each and every single one of us we need to know and understand. There is an entrepreneur, there is a marketer, there is CEO, and there is an advisor. These 4 roles that we have in each and every business that we are in, the entrepreneurial role is one and only. The entrepreneur, the role of an entrepreneur, I'm not talking about the person, I'm talking about the role and the responsibility. We are all entrepreneurs. We are all founders. You as the founder of your company, the role of entrepreneurship is actually to be able to solve a valuable problem. There is a problem that I've seen somewhere. This problem that I've seen in that place, if I can come up with a valuable solution to this problem, then you are an entrepreneur. That is the biggest role of entrepreneurship. Then the second role that we need in business is now, you need to change the hearts. You need to change the court. You need to change the character and the behavior of you playing the entrepreneurial role, but rather now you need to play the marketer's role. So what does the marketer do? The marketer's role is now to deliver this solution which entrepreneur. So when you can take this role and play this role very, very well, the role of an entrepreneur and the role of the marketer, by you taking this solution which you have built to the marketplace, we will go on to our third role, which is now the role of who? The CEO. CEO's role, guys, is one and only. CEO's role is just to build systems. CEO is supposed to build systems. Systems of what? There is a system on how we get clients. This is another system we are using or we are having on how we are delivering our products to the people who have bought from us. This is a system that you are having on how to close sales and deals. The role of an entrepreneur is to actually build systems. Most of us, we call ourselves entrepreneurs, but the reality is we are just entrepreneurs by what? We are just entrepreneurs by title. We are not entrepreneurs by responsibility and roles. We still don't understand those. Then last one is the role of advisor. Advisor in a business is there to keep and sustain the vision and the culture that was built by the founders. So every great business in this world, it actually needs these four key roles: the role of an entrepreneur, the role of a marketer, the role of a CEO, and the role of an advisor. We can have different people who are going to play these roles, or we can have one person who understands, am I doing the role of who? Entrepreneur, marketer, CEO, or advisor, or we can even hire others to do this role with us. I want us now to go in depth and understand what are these people supposed to do in each of their roles. Up here, if you check properly, you see we have vision and strategy. Entrepreneurs are visionaries. Advisors are visionaries. And that's why this is their roles. They are only there to build strategies. But down here, people who are doing tactics and operation, they are who? The marketers and the CEOs. But you need to understand this. We need people at the early stage in our business. We also need others at the late stage of our business. So an entrepreneur is somebody who is a visionary, and we need this person at the early stage because of what? At this early stage of entrepreneurship level or role, this entrepreneur is the inventor. And the inventor's job is to identify and solve valuable problems. I see this problem over there. I'm inventing a solution towards that problem so that I can serve these people and make what I have as a business. At the same time, most of the time we see that entrepreneurs are what we call as idea machines. They have so many ideas. Today I want to do this. Tomorrow I want to do that. Today I want to build this new product. Tomorrow I want to start that project or that initiative. This is an entrepreneur. So each and every single time, whenever we have somebody who is like this in the company, we know that person fits best in the entrepreneurial role. Just like who we have here is Larry Page, one of the two founders of Google. These guys, what they did is what? They made a search engine where when you search online any information that you want, it's going to come to you in an easier way. Before they made the search engine, people could not search for information that they wanted online, and it was so difficult to get the results that we are getting right now in a very easy way. So that is the role of entrepreneur guy. The second role which we want to look at is the marketer. We also need the marketer at the early stage, but now it's not about vision or strategy anymore, but it's the operational part. It's about taking what we have to the marketplace. Why? Because marketers are like drivers. The role of them is to drive this business ahead. The role and the job that they have is to deliver the solution that was made by entrepreneurs to the marketplace. And most of the time, the marketers are the ones who are going to primarily have this growth and the momentum in any business. If there is any business that you see today which is growing and is having momentum, just know that they have very good marketers. If you call yourself and you think that you are a marketer, but you cannot market what you have to them, the marketplace, to the people, to the audience, to the prospects that you have, then you still don't understand how marketing is supposed to be. One hard thing about marketers is this. Marketers have a hard time to step aside and let other people do their job because they love it, because they love to grow, and they want to see things that are so good. Like who we have here, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. He made iPhone, he made iMac, he made iPad, so many great products that you're using today. The guy was a good marketer apart from just being a good entrepreneur. Then the third role which we need. Now the role of a CEO comes at the later stage. The earlier stage was the role of entrepreneur and marketer. After we have started getting certain number of sales, that's when we will need the role of the CEO. And the reason is because when the role of the CEO comes in, this guy is supposed to manage what we are doing. This guy is supposed to create systems in our businesses. CEOs are actually the leader of leaders. Their work is just to add value in the teams. Their work is to make processes and procedures. Their work is to hold people accountable. Their work is to make each and every single one to know that they are performing in the roles that they were employed in that company or that business. So the role of an entrepreneur is to build systems or to be like a leader of others. Then the last role over here we have is the role of advisor. Rarely do small companies need this, but according to me, I feel each and every single company that wants to grow 10 times faster, each and every single company that wants results 10 times faster, then you actually need to have this role of an advisor. Why do we need to have this role of an advisor? Reason being, sometimes you cannot see your own mistakes until somebody else shows you. Sometimes you don't know what is the right thing that you are supposed to do until somebody else guides you. That's why we call advisors as our guides. And the guide's job is to add value by knowing the right question to ask at the right moment. And then trusting our team to execute the appropriate action that we are supposed to do it there. So these are the 4 roles, guys, that each and every single one of us, we need to have in our businesses so that we can grow. Ask yourself this question every single time. If you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a service, and you know that the product or the service that you have is so great, but people are not buying it, there is no money coming in, there is no revenue coming in, no one knows about this great product or offer that you have, are you playing another role that is needed? Yes, you are a great solver because you are an entrepreneur, but are you a marketer? Now, what if you have a great product, at the same time, so many sales are coming in, but your business is just in a mess? If your business is in a mess, then you actually lack the role of what? CEO. There are no systems that you have made in that business of yours. Again, if the CEO is there, but you don't see ahead what you are supposed to do, what you are actually lacking is actually the role of an advisor, and you need somebody to advise you. You need a mentor, you need a coach, you need a guide to take you to the next level. So how does these 4 roles that we just checked fit with the entrepreneurial life cycle that we looked at it earlier today? All these roles of the entrepreneur, the marketer, the CEO, and the guide usually comes here. The entrepreneur is the inventor. He's here in the traction. Then we have the driver. We have the manager. We have the guide. The problem comes here on this manager part. When we start to micromanage, that's when we are going to go down. But when we will have a proper guide to show us the way, then we can break through to achieve what we want. So with the first one, which is the inventor comes there, who is an entrepreneur. Then we have the driver. Then we have the manager. And after us having the manager, we don't want guys to go down to micromanage, but rather we want to go up to break through. We need the guide. You need to know and understand the level you are in right now in your business, and who are you in your business? So ask yourself this question, guys, before the end of this day. Who are you in your business right now? If you are a solo entrepreneur, if you are just alone in your business, you don't have anyone else to help you, you are supposed to play which role? Are you supposed to play the entrepreneur, the marketer, the CEO, advisor? If you have a team, you are maybe 2 or 3, you also need to know who in this team of ours has more strengths on which role. So for those who are just a one team in your business, then you need to play all these 4 roles. The role of an entrepreneur, marketer, CEO, and advisor. But if you are more than one, then you need to divide these roles to know and understand the exact role that your business needs. So if we are here on the first role, the role of an advisor, what this role is all about, this is the role of us launching our business. This is the role of us starting out our business. When we are in the second role, the role of the momentum to expansion, this is the role of the driver, the role of a marketer. We are in what we call as the growth zone. Then the third zone, where we have this flat line, it's the constraint zone. Constraint zone can either lead to our legacy and zombie, which is a pivot zone of death. And what we want is actually the scaling zone. We want to go to the next level, guys. So these 4 zones and this entrepreneurial journey and the 4 roles that we have checked today, you need to know from yesterday what we discussed and talked about. Oh, I'm from this place to this place. So what am I supposed to do? If you are in a level, you know that sales are not coming. And the reason sales are not coming is because you don't understand how to market your business maybe properly. Then you need to know and understand the role that you're supposed to play as the role of a marketer. If you are there, but you haven't even started your business, then you need to know the problem you're having is on the entrepreneurial. You still lack to understand the value that is supposed to be put there in the marketplace. You don't know the exact value that the market wants, or the product that you want, it doesn't fit the customers outside there. So guys, what I have built for you today, just like I did yesterday, we now have what we call as the entrepreneurial stages. These are same 4 stages that we can take what we had yesterday on the business stage and put it together with the entrepreneurial stage. If you are between 0 to 1 million, then you are on the stage which we call as launch stage. If you are 1 to 10 million, you are on the growth stage. If you are 10 million to 100 million, you are on the constraint stage. And if you are 100 million plus, you are on the scaling stage. Who is the hero? Who is this person? What role do we need in every stage? If you are in the 0 to 1 million stage, you need to play the role of an entrepreneur who is also an inventor. You need to invent the solutions. If you are between 1 to 10, the growth phase, then you need the marketer. You need the person who is going to drive this solution to the market, is going to take what you have built, to people to get to know that there is this fantastic thing outside there that it can help us achieve and get the results that we want. And this great person over there is selling this thing. Then if you are in 10 to 100 million in revenue the whole year, we need to play the CEO who is supposed to manage, to build the systems of our business. And lastly, 100 million plus, you need a guide, you need an advisor. The needs that are there for 0 to 1 million is you need to identify and solve valuable problems. The need of 1 to 10 million is to deliver this solution to the marketplace. The need of 10 million to 100 is to create operating systems, but business operating systems. Then 100 million plus is you need to nurture the business and focus on the vision of your business. So what are you supposed to do? The action that you're supposed to take if you are between 0 to 1 million. You are supposed to serve and sell 10 customers. You are launching this business. You need to know and understand these people that I am serving, these people that I'm going to sell to, are they happy with what I have? Am I providing the value that I told them? Am I giving them what I promised to give them? When you are between 1 to 10 million, then you need to build your growth engine. You need to now understand what marketing is, and you need to build the marketing that your company needs to go to the next level. Guys, therefore, we are going to talk on this thing even more in depth on building and understanding marketing. Then 10 million to 100 million is now upgrading your business operating system. The systems that you use, we need to upgrade them. We need to have better systems for us. And if you are 100 million plus, what you need to have over here, guys, is you need to build your advisory board. So this is the entrepreneurial stages that each and every entrepreneur usually goes through. Yesterday, we checked on the business stages. I want you to do what? Check on where you are yesterday and what we learned today, then know the things that you're supposed to do. Let's say you are between 1 to 10 million. You are in stage 2 over here. Look at it. Who am I supposed to play? Which role do I need? Oh, all this time, I have just been playing the role of an entrepreneur or an inventor, and I realize my product is not selling the way we need it because of what? We are not playing the role properly of the marketer. So we need to do that. So what am I supposed to do? The action. The action comes down here. I need to know and understand how to build a growth engine. An engine, a system that is going to help you and show you how to grow your business to the next level of 10 to 100 million. And if you are in another level, you are also supposed to do the same thing, guys. So until here, guys, the floor is yours. If you have any question, I want you to write it in the chat box, or you can just ask your question openly, and I am willing to answer all the questions that you have. Tomorrow is our day 3. Tomorrow we are going to understand the business even more in depth. Tomorrow we are going to understand real business that we are doing. The things that which are actually, or the activities that if we are going to implement these activities in our business, then we are going to see the results very fast. So now if you have any question, guys, please, you can unmute yourself, or you can just type it in the chat box. And if there is no any question, then I'd like to say, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for being attentive. I've seen a lot of you enjoying. Thanks all of you for sending me the messages of encouragement and telling me that you like what you have. Yes, I can see Michelle saying, from my understanding, sir, in business, everyone has a role to play. For instance, if I'm a marketer, can I be a CEO? Yes, if you're a marketer, you can be a CEO. That's why he said, if you are a solo entrepreneur, if you are just a one-man team, it is you who is doing everything in your business, you need to know and understand, right now, what am I doing? The time when you are building your product, you know that I am an entrepreneur. But after you have built your product, or even while you are building your product, you need to already understand the role of a marketer. You need to start market this business. When you have marketed your business enough, and you now see that this business needs system for me to perform properly, then you need to now implement the role of the CEO. Most of the time, people will start their businesses by having or playing the role of the CEO, and that's why I love to call CEOs that we have around here. They are just CEOs by title. Go to any, especially social media platform like LinkedIn. Somebody will call himself, I'm the founder, I'm the entrepreneur, I'm the partner, I'm the co-whatever, I'm the CEO, I'm the president. You wonder, does this person truly play all this? He is a chairman of the company. He is the president of the company. He is the CEO of the company. And all those are different roles. So yes, everyone can play the roles, but you can also have individuals who are playing these roles separately. So you can decide to play the role as one person, or you can decide to play the role individually. When I started in my company, I actually played all these roles. I played the role of an entrepreneur, I played the role of a marketer, I played a little role of the CEO, but I never played the role of an advisor. Because as much as I know, I cannot advise myself. I need somebody else from outside who is a professional to come and show me and help me by guiding and telling me what you are doing right here is right, what you are doing right here is not right, you need to change, you need to tweak, you need to perform in another way. So the advisory role, the guide role, we cannot say even that role you can play it by yourself. But you can play the entrepreneurial role at a certain time. You can play the role of a marketer. You can also play the role of a CEO. If you remember, all those millionaires we checked when we were looking at these four roles, all those guys, Bill Gates, Apple founder Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, all these people, think of it. Mark Zuckerberg was who? The founder of what? Apple. He was an entrepreneur, sorry, not Apple, Facebook. He was the entrepreneur of Facebook when he was coding the platform. But later on, when he started telling people about Facebook, he became who? The marketer. After he got a bigger team, he went ahead to now play the role of the CEO. And that's why until today, he is the CEO of Facebook, but he has advisors who are ahead of him, on top of him in these roles. So I believe, and I hope that I've answered your question. I don't see any question here anymore. So what I'm going to say, guys, is thank you very much for coming here today. We will meet tomorrow, same time. You are going to use the same link like yesterday and today. Tomorrow it's going to be a very, very, very great day for all of us. So please share this link with others. Share this link with others so that we can even be more and be able to take our businesses to the next level. So thank you until here. Good night. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.